host Jyoti. What's happening? I just finished reacting to the Kumar Sanu track, as you all may have seen in the last video. And then I was having my lunch, and so I started listening to 90s music, and now I'm in that zone. My database really helped, actually. Now that I have like refound all my printouts, I should make a 90s playlist. What do you all say? Should I? Just like the Rondu playlist, I'll make a 90s playlist. I think I need one for myself. But let me know if you all want one. Anyway, coming back to this album, there are 5 tracks left for us to cover. So let's get into it. This is a listening session, so my commentary will be limited. But let's enjoy the music and see what's happening. So this one has Sunidhi Chauhan, Ye Dil Mujhko Tu De De. Performers King and Sunidhi Chauhan on vocals, ID Rao and Robin Fargos on brass. Writing and arrangement, King, Mir Desai. Production and engineering, Mir Desai producer, and Hanish Taneja mix master. Lovely. Lovely. Let's go. Chalo. 1, 2, 3, play.
ये दिल मुझको तू दे दे, बदले में जो भी ले ले, मैं पूरा ध्यान रखूंगा, कोई फिर इससे ना खेले। ये दिल मुझको तू आंखों में छुपा के रखती है, तू गम सारे तू सारे राज लेके उड़े, कभी थम जा रे। जैसे घर तिनको से बनाए चिड़िया, तुम भी बनाना अपने लिए एक दिन पिया। चाहे छोटा हो थोड़ा कोई बात नहीं, घर खुशियों से इतना चमके होगी रात नहीं। मैं बाकी सारे गम रख लूं पिया, होने ना दूंगा तुझको दुखी। बस ये दिल मुझको तू दे दे, बदले में जो भी ले ले, मैं पूरा ध्यान रखूंगा, कोई फिर इससे ना खेले। ये दिल मुझको तू
मुझ पे भरोसा कर, पास तू आने दे, जीवन एक मिला है, तेरा हो जाने दे। फलक तक चल दूंगी साथ में, है मुझे राजा डर ना कोई। मैंने देखे ऐसे भी काफिले, जहाँ दिलों से है खेले सभी। बस डर लगता तेरे बिना, जब तू होता नहीं साथ में। हर बात में दिल डरता है कभी टूटे ना, जाना ये तेरे इन हाथों से। इन हाथों में मैं बाकी सारे गम रख लूं पिया, होने ना दूंगी तुझको दुखी। बस ये दिल तुझको दे दूंगी, बदले में कुछ ना लूंगी, जो तू पूरा ध्यान रखेगा, मरते दम तक रहूंगी। ये दिल तुझको दे दूंगी, बदले में कुछ ना लूंगी, जो तू पूरा ध्यान रखेगा, मरते दम तक रहूंगी।
Okay, I have some things to say. I loved the brass section. Section kya pura gana hi tha. I loved the arrangement. Like that was the highlight of this song for me. The lyrics were okay, theek thak, and yeah, I feel like mm, the arrangement stole the scene in this completely. It was the kind of arrangement that took me to, I don't know, like I won't say Devdi because that would be too obvious when it comes to brass, but um I don't honestly know, but it had something that, triggered a nostalgia feeling. But I loved it and I love the way it had been mixed. I just feel like I don't know if Sunidhi Chauhan was the best collab feature artist for this, because I mean she was flawless as always, but I feel like they, even if they had to collab with her and he had to collab with her, there should have been something that she came in to do that only she could have done on the song. And there is so much of the personality of Sunidhi Chauhan, the singer, that one can really bring into a collab like this. The kind of things that she has done um, from all her hit songs, and this was more in the sort of Bhage Re Man Sunidhi Chauhan space, but or not in terms of the way she was singing and how she had to deliver the lines. It was in that space. The arrangement, of course, was not. It was more in the I don't know, like give me some Sunidhi Chauhan songs which are um yeah, it was more in the upbeat zone, and those songs that she has done. But either way, my point is that the lines of this song were pleasant, but there wasn't anything about her section that made me go, oh my God, here's a section that only Sunidhi could have done. And damn, this is, Sunidhi in her most like core essence that we're getting to see on this track. Wo nahi hua. So that I was a little disappointed about, but theek hai, it was a pleasant listen and I definitely loved the arrangement. So Meet Desai, well done. The entire arrangement of this carried for me. So let's move to the next one. Ye Safar featuring Shaan. Yeah. For those who don't know, Shaan was my favorite in the 90s, and we used to have the Shaan gang and the Sonu Nigam gang. Like you had Udit Narayan, Kumar Sanu, Rafi Saab, Kishore Kumar, So there was Shaan and Sonu Nigam, and I was in the Shaan camp because he had sung my favorite love song of all time. Dil ne tumko chun liya hai. Suno na. If you haven't heard the Jhankar Beat soundtrack, what are you doing with your life? Just go right now. Go and listen to it and then come back. Okay, let's go to Ye Safar featuring Shaan. Let me quickly see the credits on Spotify. Acoustic guitar, Bhushan Chitnis. Okay, so it's gonna be Aditya Pushkarna has done the music, composition, producer, Hanish Taneja. Okay, cool. It's master. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, play.
आओ ना मिलके हम यूं चले कि ये सफर न लंबा लगे।
आओ ना कुछ तो वादे करे कि ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे।
ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे, ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे,
ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे तेरी बाहों में हो रे पिया।
हाँ तेरी याद रही है, हाँ तेरी बात रही है।
तू ना हो तो क्या सुबह है, अपनी रात ही रही है।
रहना दूर इस तरह, नशे नाचूं जिस तरह।
आओ ना मिलके हम यूं चले कि रास्ते कभी जुदा ना हो।
अब आओ ना मिलके गम ये बांट ले कि दर्द की कोई वजह ना हो।
फिर ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे, ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे,
ये सफर ही सच्चा लगे तेरी बाहों में। और पिया मैं तेरे पास ही खड़ा हूँ, तुझसे बातें कर रहा हूँ। पिया सुनाई ना दे क्यों तुझे,
बता तू इतनी क्यों हंसी है, कोई हिसाब ही नहीं है। बता कैसे यकीन दिलाऊं तुझे।
तू इस नजर भी अच्छा लगे, तू उस नजर भी अच्छा लगे, तू हर नजर ही अच्छा लगे मेरी आँखों में। और पिया
अरे पिया
पिया।
I'm sorry, how can you not love Shaan's voice? The man just sounds like he's smiling perpetually, 24/7, 365. It's so sweet. Oh, man. Firstly, thank you, Shaan, for Sunona and all the beautiful songs you have given us uh, in your lifetime. Just amazing, best, fantastic, beautiful. That said, this song, I feel like, I don't know, like मेरे को क्यों feel हो रहा है कि writing is not like grabbing me and hitting me because of the last song and this song. I feel like a lot of the lines are just random. है sweet बहुत और सुनने में भी बहुत sweet लग रहे हैं. So if I don't over concentrate on what they are saying and just flow with the romance element of them, then I'll enjoy it a lot more. But my logical brain was also thinking of the lines and thinking ki, okay. So anyway, you can't overthink this sort of genre space. You can't overthink these kind of lines. They were nice, and I really like this song because iska arrangement and overall vibe really, ooh, it's Shaan's zone, you know. And I haven't said this in the last two reactions also, but King is really staying, you know, he's really molding himself into the vibe of the collaborator that he's with, and of course while also staying in his own element and singing certain words and lines the way only he does. And I think it's merging beautifully. This was a very smooth listen, and I think vibes were immaculate. Lyrics ka meko itna wo nahi hai, but overall vibe of the song was beautiful. And I think this is the thing with our you know, the legends who have graced us through the decades and through the eras with their voices, like Shaan, like Sonu Nigam, like Kumar Sanu, and everyone else. That so much, like they were great for a reason. And now, you know, there were a lot of people, for example, when this whole hip hop controversy situation happened. And I felt so bad at that time when Shaan got involved into this whole like controversy and the kind of stupid things that kids were saying to him or about him and saying, oh, who is he? You know, anyway, I don't want to get into all of that. But I just feel that अगर आपको नहीं पता है लोगों की greatness के बारे में, then you need to look at yourself. And that's all. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like I'm just grateful to King for bringing voices like Shaan and Kumar Sanuji back, because Sunidhi Chauhan and Shreya Ghoshal and you know, we keep hearing them. They're very active in their releases. I have not heard a lot of Shaan and Kumar Sanu recently, but I'm very curious to hear the next one with Shreya ji and with Shreya Ghoshal, and I'm very curious even more to hear the Rekha Bharadwaj song. So yeah, overall this song I feel had a really nice acoustic arrangement, and Shaan's voice is perfect for those kind of settings. And again, just the way he sings, even though their voices were so smoothly and well matched and the vocal treatment was just right, so they just melted into each other, there's still that distinct Shaan smile that you can hear in his singing that just instantly makes you also smile, your heart also smile, and you're like, oh, I'm back in my 90s days. So good. Loved it. So thank you, King, for this collab. Now let's go to Hale Dil. ये, if you have noticed, काफी name drops हो रहे हैं lyrics में और titles में, है ना? In this one, there was Ore Pia. Ore Pia, we all know how much I have looped that song. चलो, ये सफर खत्म हुआ. Hale Dil featuring Shreya Ghoshal. Let's just see what's happening. Shreya Ghoshal, I must say before, collabed in recent times with a Punjabi singer. Why? Why did that ever happen? Why did that song take birth? Why was it released into the world? Or should I say unleashed? With those lyrics and that beat. Why? Why? Okay, coming up to this one. Just praying that this is not like that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, play. Never sober. Bro.
तुम्हें चाहता है, तुम्हें मांगता है, तुम्हें ढूंढता है दिल, तुम्हें चाहता है, तुम्हें मांगता है, तुम्हें ढूंढता है दिल। पागल न माने मेरी रोज बहाने दे, तू जा रहा है तू जा, सांस तो आने दे।
कहीं पे जो रास्ता भूले ये मुड़ के ना आने दे, कहीं दुश्मन तो नहीं जो मिला है जमाने से।
वही कर रहा है जिसकी कसम दी है, जो मना किया है
तुम्हें चाहता है, तुम्हें मांगता है, तुम्हें ढूंढता है दिल। इस दिल से निकलता एक रास्ता है, लगता है कि तुमसे इसका वास्ता है।
दो पल की यादें हैं, सदियों का सौदा है, जा चुके
ये बहारें हैं, बस इस पल ने रोका है, जा चुकी बहारें बस इस पल ने रोका है, बस इस पल ने रोका
Oh my God. Never Sober did not come to play. Right at the start, I was like, what? What is it? We've been immersed into this bubble of sound that is very, very unexpected. It took me straight into Devdas. It took me straight into Berry Pia. And I was like, this is very intense. It's like the intensity of Berry Pia multiplied by 5 times in terms of the heaviness. And I felt like, so instantly I knew that this is not going in the zone of the song I mentioned earlier before we started. So I was instantly like, oh, thank God. And I had not seen the producer credits, and then I clicked on it while it had, just after it had begun, and I saw Never Sober. You guys are operating on another level. I just don't understand how um I discovered them in completely different sonicscapes, and then as they've expanded their repertoire, they've just constantly surprised and jumped from one zone to another, and so flawlessly and with such finesse. I love it. So iska soundscape ही वो magnum opus, that's big theater sound wala tha, and it's like, are you all sure you're not doing movie soundtracks? Because you all sound like you are from that space, particularly especially in this. And end में जो आपने like distortion area किया है, और वो backup vocals का जो वो किया section, that place you took the arrangement into and the vibes into, that was, man, goosebumps तो चल ही रहे थे, double goosebumps हो गए. What the hell? Now, see, this is what I mean. This kind of song and this kind of emotion and this kind of just skill, only a Shreya Ghoshal can do. Only a Shreya. Like, you cannot. I'm sorry, but you cannot touch this space that she operates in, and her voice, and just the first two lines itself, I was like, oh my God. The goosebumps didn't let up after. And hence you required everything around it in this, the writing, the sonicscape, the arrangement, the production, the composition, um the accompanying vocals with King. I mean, he sounded like he was at par and in his element and in his own zone, and this is completely a different zone for him. So he held his own, and how. So I love that. What I'm also noticing now that we are on the third last track, दो tracks बचे हैं, what I'm also noticing is, I think maybe barring the Kumar Sanu track, and even in that, King has, I think by design, stayed away from having a catchy hook line or a memorable hook line, if for lack of a better word, or maybe memorable is the wrong word, but just a hook line that kind of sticks with you or gets repeated so many times in the song that you're forced to remember it at the end. I think he's purposely stayed away from maybe doing that and following that format and that structure, because अभी तक मुझे एक भी गाने का hook line इतना याद नहीं है. Okay, let's leave out Kamal है, because that's, I won't consider Kamal hai as a part of this universe, because uska sound ही बहुत आज का और वो sort of repetitive line wala ही है, which is probably included in this album to add that sellable, real worthy hook line wala gana. So we'll leave that aside. I don't feel like it was probably even a part of this project. I feel like it was probably inserted later on. just to make sure that हम कुछ commercially viable चीजें डाल दें album में, that we can get the real gang to create on. But you know what I mean? So this hook line business is not really there. In this song, Hale Dil, Shreya ji's voice was like just ethereal, man. It's not of this world. You just cannot. That's why I say, like, and so again, her and Kumar Sanu so far have been my favorite collabs, because they brought to the songs what only they can bring to the songs. To a certain extent, even Shaan, and that's why the Sunidhi song disappointed me a little bit. But no one else can carry a song like this except Shreya Ghoshal, and wow, blown away, and I am blown away by Never Sober's production on this. Y'all are entering the big leagues very soon if you haven't already. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's move to the next track. This is beautiful, beautiful. I did not expect to go into this space with King. And hats off to King for holding his own. I'm going to repeat myself, but he deserves it. Very well sung, very well performed and written. So ठीक है, वो पहला अक्षर featuring Rekha Bhardwaj. I don't know if she'll ever watch it, but Rekha ji, we met a long time ago in Radio City, Bombay. I hope you remember me, Jyoti, and we stayed in touch even after I moved to Dubai. So hello, I miss you, and I would love to connect with you soon. So that said, I'm very curious about this song. वो पहला अक्षर featuring Rekha Bhardwaj. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, play.
तेरा तेरा मैं तेरा 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 मैं तेरा तेरा
कुछ ऐसी आईने से नजरें उसकी टकरा गई, उसने क्या गुनाह किया जो खुद पे इतरा गई। इतनी बेशकीमती है उसको चुराना मैनू, इतनी नाजुक सी कली है फूलों से भी क्या कहूँ। जैसे खेतों में हुआ हो सवेरा, जैसे नदिया का पानी सुनहरा, कुछ ऐसा तू है मेरा जाने मुशर्रा। मैं लिख के लाया तेरे ही लिए, जिसका पहला अक्षर भी तेरा तेरा मैं तेरा 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 मैं तेरा तेरा।
तेरी सादगी में सजना, तेरी हुई मैं दीवानी दीवानी। जब जाना मैंने तन्हा रहा है कितना, कोई सुन लेता कहानी। ओ राजा प्यार को छुपाने में तू नाकाम है कितना, छुप के रहता है फिर भी सरेआम है। मेरे हाल के भलाए रखता सुबह शाम है। मैंने लिखना भी जो चाहा निकला तेरा नाम है। क्या ही मांगू रब से कोई सवेरा, ये चंदा जैसा भी है तो मेरा। कुछ ऐसा तू है मेरा जाने मुशायरा। मैं पढ़ने आई तेरे ही लिए, जिसका पहला अक्षर भी तेरा तेरा मैं तेरा 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 मैं तेरा तेरा।
Can we just give Bharg the award already? I just cannot. This was my favorite arrangement production on this album. I cannot even. I cannot even. I can't. I can't. Like hands down. Hands down, it was my favorite. It was my favorite because every section surprised me. And you know, that happy good goody or that as my friend would say. I am in awe of how Bharg's mind thinks as a producer. And I'm so like, I just literally, I didn't even know that he was on this album or that I would react today. I just, yesterday only, I posted a photo of him and me. We just like hung out, but हमने photo ली नहीं एक साथ. तो just, he was admiring my look, my trousers. So he was taking pictures of me in the lift and उसमें उसका thumb दिख रहा है. So I posted that just yesterday. Anyway, coming back, I can't. This was so good. This was so good. So why I say again, like, isme credits mein you can see harmonium is Pradeep Pandit, Prashant Sonagra percussion tabla, and Zubair Sheikh on sitar, composer Bharg and King, producer Bharg. Guys, it does not get better than this when it comes to just knowing how to place instruments and divide your song into this beautiful structure where your ears are kept on their toes as the song keeps progressing. It starts with just her like vocals. First of all, Rekha ji, oh my God, how do you do it? Your voice has such innocence in it and such just, I don't know how to say. Yeah, innocence is the word, and lightness of being. It's like baggage free, light. वो जो हवा में float होती है ना चीजें without any attachment to the world. It's got that quality to it where it's just it takes you along with it. It's so easy to drift with your voice. It has that quality. So just as it started with her vocals, and one word tera है ना something, one or two words, वहीं पे I was flat. I was like बस हो गया मेरा like paisa vasool has happened in just this start. And then King's voice comes in, beautiful, just beautiful. I just love the vocal treatment, and I just love how he carried his bits and how they were merged and interspersed with Rekha ji's. And when she comes back after his verse is over, or was it the second time she came in? I'll have to listen to it again. But as that happened, and it was her voice with just the harmonium and tabla. And the thing is, if you use instruments like tabla and harmonium and just those as the prominent thing, it can very quickly sound so old school, right? It can very quickly go into another sonic era. But the way Bharg arranged this and the way the layers have been mixed mastered as well, so mad props to Hanish Taneja. It was there, you can hear it, but it's not overpowering in the sonic sense of it कि हम आपको कहीं और लेके जा रहे हैं, आप यहीं पे हैं, लेकिन इन दो इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स का जो यूज हुआ है to insert that sort of vibe of I don't even know how to like talk about these things because you can just feel them. You can't really put them into words. So it gets very difficult for me sometimes to even express what I'm feeling and how I'm thinking about the song. It just took me to a place where I was happy. Anyway, I won't go into trying to, I'm just going to be at a loss for words and I won't make any sense. But that section was just so beautiful. It was so well done. Um, and just every time Rekha ji entered, there was that lightness of being that I felt because her voice just has that quality. King has held his own, and how in a track like this with a collaborator like her, I just cannot. And don't even get me started on the sitar sections. Again, I have to compliment Bharg because Zubair Sheikh ji, though, of course, was amazing. But the way also that Bharg has placed the sitar and the bits that he has, the vibe that he has extracted from the sitar ka sound, it has all the three instruments which could have sounded so yesteryear, first in some magical way have not. And yet they have, but they have not. I don't know how to express this, but the sitar sounded so beautiful and so it sounded like the grandson of the sitar of the yesteryears ka greats. It's you know what I mean? Just I don't know if you know what I mean, but If you know, you know. If you don't know, then even I don't know how to explain it. It was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. And I really, really like, this is my favorite track. I'm just gonna say that. Because sonically it has surpassed my expectations. And yeah, um, I don't know what else to say. Beautiful. King has kept the last collabs as the best ones, I feel. And now we have a solo track to end it. So I'm just quickly going to listen to that. Last two tracks, I have not seen the credits before playing. So let me check. Yahan pe isme Mir Desai is back. Okay, cool. So let's go. Aista, Aista, of course. Again, we have a song name, movie name. King is doing this very slyly, har ek gaane mein. Just like in the album ka title, है ना? King का राजा हो गया और हिंदुस्तानी हो गया. वहाँ भी movie name आ गया. यहाँ भी movie name आ गया. ऐसा ही कुछ चल रहा है. Okay, 1 2 3 play. So good.
मैंने देखा तुझे अपनी निगाहों में, क्या तूने देखा मुझे खड़ा तेरी राहों में? फासले बांध के कैसे रखेंगे तुम कभी आए ना बाहों में? लफ्जों से बोल दे झूठ कि सच कभी पहुंचे न कानों में। मेरी उम्र की जिद है कटेगी, आधी तेरी यादों में और आधी मैं खानों में। फर्क पहला कि तू मुझे भूल चुकी, मैं भूला ना कुछ भी। फर्क दूसरा मैंने तुझे पकड़ा नहीं, तू मुझे छोड़ के खुश थी। फर्क तीसरा आया तेरी कसम मैं जी न सकूंगा, कोई मुझको संभालो। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हवाओं में भी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू भुला है। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता मैं ढूंढूं तुझे, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू कहाँ है? तू थोड़ी लगे पहुंच से दूर, ऐसी बात भी मैंने पासा कर जानी। देखा तुझे बाल बिखेरे खुले आसमान में, तू करती है मनमानी। जल जाएगी तू, आंखें मेरी जाना शोलों से लिपटी। मिल जाएगी मुझे दिल में खाली बड़े कोनों से मुक्ति। जदों हंसदी सोहनी लगदी तू बड़ी, जदों नचदी दिलां उत्ते जादूगरी। तुझे पाने की कोशिश भी कितनी करी, मैं ढूंढूं तुझे मिल जा कहीं। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हवाओं में भी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू भुला है। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता मैं ढूंढूं तुझे, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू कहाँ है? झलक तेरी मैं कह दूं नजारा, सब मेरे पास फिर क्यों तरसा मैं जा रहा। जो तू सुनना चाहे कहना नहीं चाह रहा, खुद ही बन जाने दे कहानी। ओ तेरे बिना लगता नहीं दिल मेरा कहीं, मेरी जान फंसी तेरी राहों में। मुश्किल हुई बड़ी मुश्किल हुई तुझे सांसों में अपनी बसाने में जाना। जदों हंसदी सोहनी लगदी तू बड़ी, जदों नचदी दिलां उत्ते जादूगरी। तुझे पाने की कोशिश भी कितनी करी, मैं ढूंढूं तुझे मिल जा कहीं। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हवाओं में भी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू गुला है। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता मैं ढूंढूं तुझे, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू कहाँ है? आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हवाओं में भी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू भुला है। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता मैं ढूंढूं तुझे, आहिस्ता आहिस्ता तू कहाँ है?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I freaking loved it. I loved it. Oh my God. Repeat. Just, I can loop that track because it had everything in it. You need, like, from the music arrangement, it being very, firstly, as soon as it started, I was jolted. I was jolted when that beat. Ah, थोड़ा मेरे को शौक लगा. But King has saved the best for last, clearly. I mean, these last 3 tracks have just blown my mind. And I'll tell you why I loved Aista Aista, because it has that very, I whatever I said before we got into this track, with the memorable sort of hook is missing, and that kind of vibe. Discounting Kamal Hai, which wasn't my vibe at all. Now, this song should have been released instead of Kamal Hai and the video that Kamal Hai had. This is the song that should have dropped first as a precursor to the album. I don't know why this was not dropped. This is fire. Like, this is fire. This is the song. This is the song that's going to carry the album into all those big number spaces that they probably wanted to or needed to. But it was beautiful writing. King did what he does best. It took me into that tu aake, not even thing is, it feels like the tu aake dekh le and maan meri jaan. King has now graduated and he's reached Aista Aista. It's like wo 10th ke board the, ye 12th ka ho gaya. Just saying. Loved it. Loved it. The vibes were so good. The mix master Hanish Taneja, mad props, because is tarha ye elements mix karna, because, and as soon as the harmonium started, it never overpowered, because the minute you bring the harmonium sonic into a song, and I don't know if I've said this before, I think I have. The minute you bring the harmonium sonic in, you risk going into a very different space. At least in the Indian minds and ears and hearts and psyche and emotions, we go somewhere else when a harmonium enters the scene. And the way it has been used here is just enough to give you that nostalgia thing, but still very much keep you in the present. And that's exactly what I was also trying to say in the last Rekha Bharadwaj song, कि वो कुछ करके उन्होंने ऐसे अरेंज किया है कि हम आज में ही रहेंगे, लेकिन हमें वो that's that invisible cord will keep getting tugged through the elements that they have introduced in the 4th, 5th, 6th layer, or whichever layer of the track, and it's beautifully mixed, mastered, you know for that effect to happen. यहाँ पे जब हारमोनियम आया, एंड में फ्लूट भी आया, बहुत ही beautiful placement. They didn't introduce it until the very end, and I was just sitting there thinking, why is harmonium, and I've said this ad nauseum, you guys know, if you've been on the channel with me for a while, you know how often, and I never tire of saying it, and I'll say it again now, how often I have said that why don't we use the rich musical heritage and instruments ka base that we have in our country? Why don't we use it in the production of today's music, or use it as much as possible in a new, innovative manner? And I think Bharg did that beautifully. And now Mir Desai on this track also. Beautiful, just freaking beautiful. How the harmonium was placed here, and in instruments ke sounds aise hain. Harmonium India ka ho gaya, then also accordion, but it's also another, it's kind of like a harmonium that you wear around your neck. But I would say similar sonic families. But you put the accordion in a song, oh, it'll instantly hit the heart. You put the harmonium, instantly it'll hit the heart. Sitar, flute, tabla, in सबका impact ही कुछ और होता है, which you can achieve with other instruments, but not in the way that these hit our soul. So I just loved. This is the song. This is the song that King should have dropped instead of Kamal Hai, in my humble opinion. And I mean, obviously, the album has just dropped. कितने दिन हुए हैं? About 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No, yeah. I was sick when it dropped. I had just recorded that other reaction that day and I was still recovering. So yeah, I've been able to get to it much later than that day. Okay, it's been over 10 days since it dropped. And I think they dropped it with the Kumar Sanu video. I really feel like Aista Aista should have a video and they should put that song out towards the audiences as much as they can. I think that's his winning song. And honestly, it's my favorite solo King song in a very long time. So yeah, that's all I will end this with. Listening sessions are usually long and I'm going to try and keep my videos short. But I loved this album. I think it's a beautiful effort from King. I definitely liked it a lot more than his recent other project, except the 3-track one with Bharg. And uske baad bhi ek aaya tha na abhi, 4 songs wala. Anyway, beautiful concept. The whole like going back, and because King has done that, melodic King has done that in many ways. I think it was only fit that he do it with the melody kings and queens, who have been known to just kill us with their voices, you know. So well done, and the production is, he stayed with the producers of today who are just killing it, smashing it. I will just say it again. My favorite was Bharg ka production, followed very closely by Never Sober, and then Mir Desai on this one. So, and the Kumar Sanu track is its own genre, so we won't even go there. So, if I had to rank, and I'll just say, I'll just rank King's solos. I think it's a no-brainer. Aista Aista is a winner for me, hands down out of the three solos. And out of the three collabs, I will put Rekha ji's song with Kumar Sanu's as my. Okay, I'm a little confused now. No, I'll put Rekha ji's on top, and then I'll put Kumar Sanu and Shreya Ghoshal's on two, and then I'll put Shaan, and then the last I'll put the Sunidhi song. That's my personal preference right now after the first listen. This may change. This may change as I listen to this album more. But beautiful, beautiful. I really enjoyed this listening session, and thanks, Yar King. just just I've been listening to a lot of non-hip hop lately because I just feel like I needed to go into emotional spaces that I was not being able to go into because of how much time I was giving um, one space and not having enough time for other spaces. But I think those spaces are so beautiful and so important and so unique, and so that we have such amazing artistry in our country right now. And as I was in radio back in the day, where I used to fight to play independent music on my radio station. Like I used to have to literally, 5 song mein se I used to have to fight to insert that one song into the playlist, and have a dedicated show for just that kind of stuff. And now the landscape must be so different. The databases must be so different from what we used to have back in the day. A lot of this stuff, this database printout of mine, a lot of this stuff is obviously film songs, but there's so much non-film music that I had personally collected and put together, just out of a desire to give independent voices, space on the airwaves on radio, because there was no streaming back then. And I was like, we have beautiful artistry in our country, and everything that's happening in the space right now is to be admired and loved and appreciated. And I intend on covering a lot more of those artists in the time to come. So glad that King dropped an album like this, because he is someone who's so well known in the hip hop scene as well. And he's carved a place for himself in the non hip hop space as well, in terms of the music he does. And he's a great bridge between the two worlds. He's a really, really um, uniquely placed artist in that sense, where he can easily bounce from one side to the other and make the two meet, make the producers of this side work in this space and this side work in this space, and the singers melt with him in his world. Like beautiful, beautiful. And ऐसे artists बहुत कम हैं, और उन्हें appreciate करना डेफिनेटली चाहिए, स्पेशली जब वो इतना एफर्ट डाल के ऐसी एल्बम रेडी करते हैं कि हमें समझ ही नहीं आता है कि हम कहाँ हैं। हम वहाँ हैं या यहाँ हैं, हम कहाँ हैं। uh, those of you who know Andaza Prapna well know what I just did. Okay, on that note, Raja Hindustani is a winner for me, barring a couple of songs which I personally didn't connect to, but it's okay, it's all good. Overall, as a listening experience, gorgeous. Overall, as effort to give us combinations like this, to bring our favorite singers back into our worlds, into our playlist like this. Beautiful. And Rekha ji, I just cannot with you and your voice. Just आपका अलिफ वाला एल्बम, हाँ मुझे इश्क करना आता है, that one. Last year I was looping that. Beautiful project. If you guys haven't checked it out, do that. But yes, loved it. Let me know what your favorite track is. I really want to know what your favorite track is on this album. So please comment below, and please, please, please support the channel. It would really help me a lot. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. A lot of you who watch have not subscribed, and it really helps the channel out. So please do that, and I'll see you in the next one. And I'm just going to go and now loop this project. Take care of yourselves. Live long and prosper.
हवाओं में भी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता